Am I projecting negative energy?
We're going to talk about that as well as what it means to be a Venmo mom. Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
Thank you.
See how nice and smooth and signature that is?
You're right. No, I listened to last week and I was like, yeah, as we said, growing up in Texas, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing? So yeah, welcome back. It's been a very, very, very busy time since our last get together.
Yes.
Because lots been going on. I went all the way across the country and back.
I'm back. And I want to hear all about it.
Yeah. First, how was your birthday?
It was good. I want to talk to you about that because I feel like, it's been like the month of Sharon's birthday.
Yeah,
but
as it should be.
I wonder, I have to ask, am I projecting some negative energy?
Uh-oh. Like right now or
no,
just
like in general? And I try, right, to be good and positive.
No, you are very positive, usually. What's wrong?
Some of the gifts that I received.
Okay. Here we go.
For my birthday.
Uh-huh.
Are very encompassing Zen-like things. Okay.
Okay, I'm excited.
So my one sister came over on my actual birthday, and she's like, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. She's like, I'm here. You text me, I'm at your door. Happy birthday. And I'm like, okay. Open the door. She's like, I got you just a little something. And I'm like, okay. And it's one of those noise bowls where you, meditation. The sound.
Dong. That like whole thing. Ooh.
And I'm like, this is incredible. I love this. So fantastic. And I've been practicing it. It's super cool. Like you can do, like they give you a little guidebook in the beginning, whatever. So I was like, that's awesome. And then my other sister got me the Calm Me ring.
Mm-hmm.
It has.
I don't think it's negative energy. Maybe even exudes some stressful energy.
So the calming ring has like magnets in it. It's this. I wear it.
Oh, cool.
It's so pretty, right?
It is pretty.
It's very pretty. And it has like magnets in it to kind of regulate your stress levels, your heart rate, your sleep pattern, anxiety. It's very interesting. So the magnets like work in your blood flow and all that. You're supposed to wear it all the time. So I have been.
So far, I'm loving your presence.
Love it. Amazing. But I just wonder, everybody who's close and near and dear to me is like, here's some Zen.
Well, it's been a stressful year.
Yeah. Okay.
It has been a stressful year. 2024, which we knew was going to...
We knew.
We knew 2024 was going to be dumb.
Yeah.
We said it in the very beginning of the year.
What better way to say it? 100%.
You know, it's going to be dumb. It's an election year. It always is crazy.
Yeah.
But, look, at the end of the day, it's been... we really have no big complaints. We're here. We're healthy. We've got wonderful families. Everything's great. We live in a wonderful place. But it's been stressful for sure. Everybody's feeling the stress. I think, and I want to talk to you about I'm feeling a little bit of shift in energy lately, which is exciting.
That is exciting.
But I love those presents.
Yeah, I do too. I was like, so, but I was like, I have to know.
One of those rings. I love that. I just love the look of it.
So there's more to this, right? So I've been sleeping fantastically, waking up. I remember every single dream.
Whoa.
So vivid. It's like bizarre.
Sometimes I do that all the time and I hate it.
Like weird dreams. Weird.
I hate it. I want to just wake up blank.
Right.
But I don't.
Right.
It's horrible. So since the ring?
So, but then interesting enough, last night, because I've been like, waking up like, holy cow, what was that dream? I took it off. I didn't sleep with it last night. And I woke up and in the nighttime, my finger hurt. Like it was sore. Almost like I sprained it.
What?
Crazy, right?
Ooh.
So I put it back on this morning.
I thought you were going to say, because you're like negative energy. I'm like, what? I remember one year I was like, this is before I had kids. I was in my 20s. And my father-in-law, my ex-father-in-law, who I was very, very close to, had just married his third wife. And, you know, and then there's my mom or whatever. And I was going through, like, I was in my 20s and, you know, you're always like struggling in your career, you know, trying to climb that ladder or whatever. I remember one Christmas, I got 3 self-help books from 3 different people. And I say that including my new mother-in-law who got me, like, at Christmas, I opened it. It was like a book on kindness. I'm like, okay. That is so passive aggressive. Let's be honest. And my mom sent me one, and I think my boss had given me one. I was like, here we go.
Oh, that's so funny.
I remember like, cool.
That is so
Everyone's
funny.
trying to give me
guidance.
Yeah. Everyone's like, why don't you read this book?
But I think you're right.
About
like
strategy.
24, we were like, all right, you know.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, birthdays are always, you want some calming.
No, I love those gifts. And those gifts are cool.
Yeah.
Like that sound thing is really in right now.
It is so cool. I love it.
Does that work? Have you like, you probably don't even have any time to like be
I was thinking
quiet
of
and still around yourself.
bringing it here. I'm like, let me just, you know, bring
you
it
and
in
I
the
can just
office.
come in this soundproof room and just
be zen together.
Yeah, we need it. I'm like, that all sounds great. Well, first of all, I'm going to bring my sage in. We're going to sage this office in particular.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I know.
Crazy.
And I have it. And I bought it from one of our businesses, one of our Black-owned businesses at one of our events. And I've had it in my room the whole time, and I haven't ever used it. So I'm like, let's break it in. And then have your soundboard.
It's so funny enough that we're just on a tangent right now, but like, you know, the new security system, you can look back at cameras and like the feed, whatever. Shannon told me the other day, she put her water bottle on her desk and like she was looking at her, because one camera goes literally right on the reception area. And it was like, she put her water bottle down, walked away, and like 30 seconds later, it fell.
Listen, I'm not this office. When I'm here, you know, I'm often here late at night. And there's a chime when our door opens, and there's a front door, and then there's a back door in like the storage closet.
Right.
And it's like ding, ding, ding.
Yep.
Right. Every time the door opens. And there have been times the cleaning crew has come and gone. Okay. I'm still there, and I'm in my office, and ding, ding, ding. And I'm like, absolutely not. I don't know.
Go away.
What is going on? Okay. It has only happened a couple times, but it is just like heart stopping.
Yeah.
When you're like, great, there it is. This is how I die in this office. That is apropos. You know, just go ahead and murder me here in this office because why not at this point? Just this job is going to be the death of me.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
But yeah, I'm not surprised at all that this office has like haunted spirits.
Weird stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and you know, I was just going to go to the restroom right before, and you were like, it's a splash pad.
Yep.
Be careful. I'm like,
Wash
cool.
shoes
I'm like,
on.
can you hold all my stuff? Because I can't put anything down.
Can't put it down. You can't.
Anyway, but your birthday was good.
Yes, it was fantastic.
I think that was good. I thought you were like negative energy. I thought you were going to tell me people were giving you self-help books about being
I feel
kind.
like it's kind of like the
I'm like,
same.
oh no, that just happens to me. Cool.
No, they're like,
fine.
here's all the zen you need.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's thoughtful.
Yeah,
I
so
love
nice.
because you know you do get a point where you don't need anything.
Yeah.
So that's like fun.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Fun energy stuff.
Yes, and also Dan got me tickets, not even hearing the pod last week. So that's cool.
Yeah, because it wasn't out yet.
It wasn't out yet. To Water for Elephants on Broadway.
Love him.
Yeah, I'm excited.
He is so in tune. He's so on point.
So smart.
We love Dan.
Yeah.
We love those hubs.
Such a good boy.
We talk about them. We jest, but we love those guys. They're so good. He's so good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I can't wait until you get like an extra birthday, because then you get to go to the city, and I'm sure you'll have dinner, and it like keeps going.
It keeps going.
Birthday month just extends.
I love it.
Into September, probably, because that's where we're at now.
I know.
And it feels like fall.
It's so crazy.
I'm loving it.
I mean, we walked in here and Angelica's got some like incense smelling, and I'm like, it smells like fall.
Pumpkin spice is back at Starbucks, and usually I'm mad, and right now I'm here for it.
Did you get it?
No, I just saw it on my phone today that it's back.
Like apple spice.
Yeah,
pumpkin.
there's a new like chai pumpkin iced something or other. I'm like, sounds perfect.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's do that. I'm like ushering in fall. I'm ready at this point. Like,
I know. I made dinner in the crock pot yesterday. I was like, oh,
What'd you
here we
make?
go. It's like this pulled chicken. So you take chicken breasts and you cover it with like Italian seasoning packet. Like, you know how you make the dressing?
Yeah.
Just use that dry packet.
Okay.
or ranch packet. And then you cover it with cream of mushroom, and then you cook it all day. And like you fill the can of cream of mushroom with water too.
So 1 can and then at water?
Yeah, like half a thing of water. And then at the last hour, you throw a block of cream cheese in there.
Girl. Look, it's paleo.
Exactly. And then like you can serve it over rice or egg noodles.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Tegan just called me, wants to go to the store. Maybe we'll make that. Of course, it'd take like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. New recipe. You're welcome. Hot
You're
teas.
welcome.
Okay. So I'm glad you had a nice birthday.
Thank you.
And I don't think you have negative energy. I think it's been a stressful year.
Yeah.
And everybody, that's nice. Your sisters are awesome.
They are.
Speaking of sisters, I went to Arizona.
Yes.
And Tegan and I flew there because Kenzie was already there to move her into her first apartment. It's a college apartment, right? So it's technically off campus,
Right.
But like by 5 inches,
Right. She can like.
It's literally across the street, and on the other side of the parking lot is like her sorority house where she was, which is great. She can go back and forth there.
Yeah.
Sorority house but it's right there on campus. But they're private apartments, but it's like 100% college students.
Yeah.
And they're geared towards college students.
That's so cool.
It's awesome. It's like a 4-bedroom. Each one has its own bathroom, but they lease each bedroom of the apartment separately.
Right.
So it's not like you have to enter into a lease with roommates and then somebody leaves or whatever.
Everybody's, yeah.
But it's crazy. So my best friend Jay, who you met for like 25 years, she came day one and went and got the car. We got Kenzie's car. We loaded everything up. We're moving everything in. And I was like, Kenzie's giving Jay and I a tour. Jay and I are like, what's happening? I was like, I mean, it's not required that you're a college student to live here, right?
Right.
I'm like, Jay and I were like, also, I was like, I think they're redoing Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. And I was like, let's bring Freaky. I said to Jay, I'm like, because Jay's daughter, Shay, is the same age as Kenzie. She's 6 months older, and she goes to Jay's alma mater, Iowa State. So they've been best friends growing up, too.
That.
We're all it's awesome. And she's amazing. I love that girl. So we were like, we should do Freaky Friday, and we should come back and live here. Because you girls don't realize how good you have it. And Kenzie's like, I low-key think that you guys would be crazier than we are. And I'm like, oh, that's without a doubt.
Yeah.
We were at your age crazier than you are now, and we would still today.
I know.
Like really enjoy it. So it's just amazing, Sharon. I showed you pictures, but even the pictures, as beautiful as they are, don't do it justice. And I'm like,
because
these kids today.
It looks like a movie set, it's crazy.
It's
in the
like
pictures.
a resort. It's like a resort. So again, beautiful tall building. I think it's like 7 floors. So there's a rooftop pool, like palm trees, cabanas. There's this whole it looks like an Instagram wall where you would take an Instagram because it's got the tiles, but it's also a shower, and there's a whole outdoor bar and everything. And then there's like a rec room with, swings and air hockey and a juice bar. There's a wellness room that has a sauna and free spray tans.
What?
Free spray tans. And then there was I saw in the pictures that there was a gaming room with gaming chairs and all these screens. And I was asking the guy, I was like, where's the gaming room? I want to see it. And he's like, oh, it's down the hall to the left. It's next to the pet spa. Okay. It's next to the pet spa. And the gym looks like a Lifetime Fitness gym.
Oh my God.
And so then Jay and the gym, it opens up onto the pool.
Okay.
And so Jay and I are like, Michael's dead. He can't even handle this. I'm like, we were at the pool, and there's it wasn't too crowded yet because it was still kind of moving in guys and girls. And we're like, there's a lot of abs. There's a lot of abs happening out there. I'm like, what could go wrong?
Right.
With all these beautiful living at a resort.
Yeah.
And then just to make, me even more jealous, they send out, and I get all the emails because I'm her co-signer or whatever.
Yeah.
They send out the schedule of events. They have events every day.
Oh my
it's
God.
called Canvas. We have Canvas events. So today we have permanent jewelry maker, so-and-so. It's like a brand. They're going to come, permanent jewelry, because they're all influencers. They want them all to do it.
Yeah.
There was Buzz Day was free coffee. They have a coffee bar on the first floor, all free.
God.
And by free, I'm doing air quotes. I'm paying for that.
Right.
They have they're like tonight, Friday night's DJ night at the pool. We have like the rooftop pool. They have a DJ with mocktails.
What?
And it's all just included.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And they all live there. 4 to a room, like all their friends are on different floors. I'm like,
so does she know everybody there?
She knows a lot of her sororities. A lot of her friends are there. And then like her roommate from last year who we love, and she stayed with us for a couple nights in our Airbnb. She's at the apartment literally right next door. You can like look at it.
Yeah.
But it's just so beautiful. You're up there and it looks at A Mountain, which is the mountain with A, you know, Arizona State is like iconic, and you can see the stadium and it's like palm trees and sunsets. I'm like, girl, it's great. I mean, I'm so jealous, you know, but I'm also like, wow. So while we were there, Tegan also did her formal tour of ASU.
Yes, I love
so
this.
Just the two of us went, and she, just like I would do with Kenzie or whatever. And I'd never done one, but believe it or not, because Kenzie didn't do it because she had no intention of going there, if you remember.
Right.
So we did the formal tour, we did the walk around, and it was so fun. And then we went to the bookstore and got stuff. And so we had moved Kenzie in for a couple of days. So I was like, we were walking in the middle of the university, and somebody was riding their skateboard. And you should see, by the way, the gym at ASU. I know I was talking about the athletes last episode. Yeah. It's a full city block.
Wow.
They also have an Olympic-sized pool in the back that they do.
That's probably why so many,
Right. But and the cool thing I love about their gym at ASU, which I thought was really smart, none of the D1 athletes practice there. Like the swimmers have their own swimming area that you can see closer to the stadium. They all have their own fitness.
Wow.
So when you're there, you're not feeling like, great,
intimidated.
I'm swimming next to Michael Phelps.
Right.
You're not, and they have dive-in movies, and it's incredible. They have like racquetball and it's all included. You know, they have classes, anything you want to do, it's all included in your tuition. And it's so fun. But so somebody was riding their skateboard, and they were like, is this a walk-only zone? And I'm like, a walk-only zone. You know what they didn't have when I went here? I'm like, it was bicycle mayhem.
Right.
I told Tegan, I was like, I saw bike wrecks literally every day.
Yeah.
And a couple times that was me. And she's like, I can't picture you on a bike. I'm like, well, that happened, okay? Because I rode my bike, not just around campus, but to and from school. So I decided to drive her and show her where I lived.
Yeah.
And my cute little townhouse that I loved, and I still love it. I was like, oh, it's so cute. I mean, it's a little bit, you know, it's much older now. Yeah. It's been 20, you know, however many years, I don't know. And she's like, I'm sorry. We kept driving. She's like, you rode your bike this far to campus? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, you had to get there. And she's like, did you not have a car? And I'm like, I did, but I couldn't afford the parking pass. Like I paid for college myself, you know?
Right.
And by the way, I had a mortgage. I owned this. I bought this place.
Right.
And she was like, I would just drop out. She's like, I cannot believe you rode your bike this far. And I'm like, girl, you had to plan ahead.
Yeah.
Back in my day, you had to want that degree.
Well, exactly.
You had to work. I mean, like nobody was helping me.
Right.
I remember, I think I told you the story when Kenzie was a senior, my mom called me and she was like, light at the end of the tunnel, honey, you're almost done. And it could see you time. And I said, well, Mom, then there's college. And she's like, well, that's not your problem. And I was like, it's different.
Different generation.
Different generation, Mom.
Yeah.
It actually is.
Different world.
But anyway, it was really cute because Kenzie was getting kind of, Tegan thought she was acting spoiled or whatever, because no matter what we did, it wasn't enough. And Tegan was like, I just couldn't take it anymore, Mom. She's like, having seen how far you had to ride your bike and where you lived compared to her experience, like just appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, it was cute. I was like, yeah, thank you for appreciating my struggle.
Back to riding bikes. Exactly. Like in the heat, like Arizona heat.
It was 111 when I was there. I think it was 114 the other day. But it is actually, I forget because I complain. But in the mornings,
it's so nice.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Like I sat out, we got a little Airbnb. I sat out by the pool while I was waiting for them to wake up, and I'd read my book and the sun rises and the sunsets are so beautiful. It's just, you forget. But, there's beauty in every place. Right. That's exactly why there's something for this. Why not everybody lives in one place, right? Anyway, it was a fun trip, and she's all settled, and she lives in the most lap of luxury. I just couldn't even believe it, and I'm happy about it. And Tegan is getting excited.
Oh, that's good.
I think she's pretty much, decided on ASU where she's going to apply to other places. But I mean, why not?
and they have what she wants.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
That's incredible.
We went to their it's called, they don't call it aerospace. Right. They call it Earth Space Flight School, which is so cool.
That is so cool.
And it's like, it was so awesome listening to the spiel, the presentation. And I put it on my social media. They're number one in innovation, Arizona State. Mm-hmm. They're like number one in sustainability and number one. And there was something else. There's 3 different things. And it says above, ahead of Stanford, ahead of in sustainability, ahead of Berkeley, ahead of, ahead of Harvard, ahead of MIT and like technology. I'm like, but this is kind of what we were talking about it today at our executive leadership meeting. Mm-hmm. I've been talking about this a lot. And I was going to say something is, it has a perception that, it's fun.
Right.
So it's fun. So it can't be serious. Right. And I'm like, let me just tell you, it's an amazing university. And I'm so proud of my time there. And it gets, you still have to put in the work.
Right.
And I loved that they were saying like, at Arizona State, we don't do the traditional 4-year program. They did when I was there.
Right.
So this is all new. Where the first 2 years you just do your, basics.
Yeah.
And then you start your major. They were like, you start your classes related to your major starting year 1.
Day 1.
And that's why they have different campuses that they'll put you in if you're downtown or whatever, because you start those major classes because we want you to know if this is really what you want to do. Yeah. They don't want you to get to your second, third,
and then you find out you can't.
Exactly.
You need this
and then they want to get you engaged in like the clubs and it's really an incredible university opportunity, and it's a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Turns out. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just saying it today in our executive leadership meeting, like we do so much hard work here. We're all about tracking and measurement and ROI and impressions and making sure everybody has their value. But you know what? We can also have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what it should be, because when you're having fun, that attracts other people.
Yeah. And it projects happiness.
Yeah. And people want to be a part of it. Right. I mean, a great example, Sharon, is that we went viral.
I know.
I know. By having fun. Our biggest, it might even be out of all of our social channels to date, our biggest number of impressions on a TikTok, 500,000.
That's so crazy.
Views is the put the fries in the bag, bro clip. Michael's like, I shaking his head. He's like, I don't understand. But we were just having fun.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the point of this podcast.
Yeah. And
so much of our efforts is to attract people by giving them what they want, which is happiness, entertainment, laughs, laughter. And then guess what? Then they'll pay attention to what we're saying, and they want to be part of our mission.
And that's, how we explain it to everybody. But I feel like we drifted a little bit.
Yeah.
We were kind of nervous, or not us necessarily, but maybe
some of the feedback, that we get. And we just want to be sensitive to our mission to promote Long Island. But at the same time, we knew when we started this, it was to have fun. And I do think it's so great. Like Tegan's struggling with just going ahead and committing to ASU because, all her friends are like, but what about this college and this college and this Ivy and this Ivy? And I'm like, that's great if that's what they want to do. And that's but you should just be where you're happy, where you can have fun. You can get it's not the degree, it's what you do with it.
Right. Absolutely.
First of all.
Yep.
And another example of this, having fun, and I don't want to get political.
Okay.
But have you seen the memes comparing the DNC to the RNC?
No, I haven't.
It is hilarious. And I think it's a good lesson. It's a good lesson for everyone, that it's okay to have a good time. You can still get business done. So I'll show you the TikToks afterward, but they go back and forth. Have you seen these, Michael? So it shows the RNC and the guy kicking it off. Okay, we're going to do a roll call now of the states. And listen, it's very important that we have order so that we can hear the number of delegates. And, so please try to, keep the applause, kind of like my applause thing, so we can hear. So they're like, okay, this state has 44 delegates. And this one girl's like, woohoo! And then they click to the DNC and there's a full DJ. He's like, let's get this party started.
Oh my God.
And then when they get to Georgia, it's like Little John. And he's like, turn down for what? Georgia's in the house and we have this many delegates. And you're just like, and it was like roars.
That's so
and
funny.
The energy was awesome. And everybody was having fun. And they still got their delegates in.
Right.
They still did the same exact
so
job.
Funny.
But everybody was having a blast.
That's hilarious.
And I really think we try to do that with our galas, with the music. We really try to incorporate fun and levity and energy into what we do, because that's what people, you can still get the job done.
Right.
And everybody can have a good time while in the process.
Yeah.
So I hope that people look at that, and corporations and companies and everybody looks and say, because I'll show it to you. It's wild. The difference well, in the style.
The explanation.
And you're just like, yeah. And then this older lady was like stumbling. It was hilarious. It's hilarious. And then it was just, everybody's having a great time. It was like it was like a concert.
Yeah. That's so funny.
And I was like, when Lil Jon came out and started singing Turn Down for What on behalf of Georgia, I was like, Georgia rocks. Yeah. I was like, way to go, Georgia.
I'm moving to Georgia.
It was fun. So funny. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I loved it. I haven't been watching it. That's what I was going to say. I really have not been on social media or I've just been so busy. But it seems like, the right kind of approach for getting people engaged in what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my tip right now is those of you who are in the college, time and for the parents out there that have college age kids, like I know Mark Dorr listens and his daughter's saying, just try to make sure that the kids know not to put so much pressure on themselves. Have a good time. Enjoy it while it lasts. Kenzie's already halfway done.
I can't.
And it's going to be over. It's such a brief moment in your life.
That's crazy.
And don't get so intense on, some kind of school for prestige or whatever. Anyway, also Arizona State, so proud. Okay. Sorry. I went on a tangent. Speaking of back to school, or should I, I'm trying to, should I speak of back to school or TikTok first? Because we were on TikTok. Okay. So I read this article about TikTok. I actually sent it to Brie because I thought it was so good. It's in Condé Nast. Okay. So this is not like, some random website. So TikTok now, and it was focusing a lot on European travelers. 71% of European users are booking holidays using TikTok recommendations.
I have to say, 100%, I get that. I understand it.
Yeah. And it kind of goes along with my theme of entertainment-based education, marketing, all those things. We can put a fun TikTok on there and people will be like, oh, Long Island.
Yeah.
Because they're going to see it. You can put a very serious TikTok out there about, whatever your destination has to offer. And if 5 people see it, who cares? Right. Or you could put a fun TikTok on there that makes them want to follow you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I personally, so there was a conference that I was supposed to go to, I don't remember, a couple of years back, and it was in Banff, Canada. And I'm like, I really want to go to
That's
Banff.
Tegan's dream destination.
Well, TikTok comes along.
That's probably why.
And oh my Lord.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It looks gorgeous. Now I want to go.
I didn't even realize that. She told me that's her dream destination. Yeah. I'm sure it's because of TikTok, now that you say that.
Look it up on TikTok. It's amazing.
It is gorgeous. And interestingly enough, 40% of young people go to social media before a search engine to find restaurants. Also just restaurants.
Yeah.
So for anybody that thinks what we're doing on these social channels or podcasts or whatever, and people are all, I think largely positive about everything that we're doing, which is fantastic. Yeah. I'm not on a rant. But I do think that
people question why or, what's the reasoning behind it.
Some people, that are like, there needs to be order, are also like, why are you on TikTok? I'm like, because that's where people want to
be.
Turn
for what?
Right. Hello. I mean, just because we want to engage with people, and that's where people are engaging.
Yes.
So I thought that was really interesting. And then the other thing I was going to tell you is about going back to school.
Okay.
So there's a new term.
Okay.
For, there's always working moms and the stay-at-home moms.
Yeah.
Okay. When it's less relevant until it's back to school time.
Right.
Then suddenly there's the great divide of working moms and stay-at-home moms.
Okay.
Which is, I think it's BS because, this is something that I think, I don't know who created this, because working mom, I've always been a working mom and I love my stay-at-home moms. Okay. Cheers. We need each other.
Yes, I agree.
I feel like, right? Because I don't know what I would have done without all my incredible stay-at-home moms. So I think that riff is like something that people make up
in
just,
the past,
just to pit women against each other personally. Exactly. But the new term, Sharon, which I think I have been this term long before it was an actual thing, and I think you fall in this category. It's called Venmo moms. Okay. Can you guess what it's about?
Babysitting?
No.
What?
Venmo moms. And this woman came out and I think on TikTok and said, look, I have 4 kids. I also have a job. I can't be the PTA mom. I can't be the room mom.
Yes.
I can't. I really don't want to bring the snack. I don't have time. Who do I need to Venmo?
Yep. I love this.
Right?
Love it.
I was like, I was a Venmo mom before Venmo even existed.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love this.
Right? And that's okay because there are moms that really do want to do those things.
Yeah.
And they don't want to give it up to you.
Right.
For once because and then watch you struggle and fail at it like I always did.
Right.
I like show up last minute unwrapping things from Target because I didn't home make any or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like flail. No, they're like, just let me do it next time because this is what I love to do. I'm that kind of mom.
I thrive in it. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm crafty or whatever.
Exactly.
There are moms that want to do that.
Yeah.
And they need the money.
Yeah.
So that they need somebody to contribute the money so that, so that they can do the stuff for the kids. That's how working moms and stay-at-home moms thrive together.
Genius.
Hand in hand.
Have you heard of this term? I don't know if it's maternity leave and paternity leave. There's a thing now with.
I'm scared.
No, it's like teen years. Parents are realizing that instead of, now it was more important to be home and there for your teenage kids because of what they're going through, whether or not they're driving back and forth to sports, what am I trying to say? After school activities, things like that, or just being there as a sounding board or helping them with their homework. And it's like they're taking leaves of absence to be able to do this.
Listen, if you can do it, cheers to you.
Yeah.
I definitely think that that is important. It's an important time. And you're right. It's not okay anymore to be latchkey kids like it was in my generation.
Well, because we didn't have cell phones or we didn't have the internet. We didn't have
there weren't the dangers
things.
And things that we face today.
Right.
That kids face today. So they do need. And also, I don't know how. Again, a lot of it was my stay-at-home mom friends that got me through life because, when you've got multiple kids and they're in sports and the sports start at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
How am I supposed to do that?
Right.
Or the clubs go until 3 and then the bus, or they have to wait. Anyway, I think I could see that. I think today's work flexibility, if you can just get some
that's
flexibility.
Where the article kind of stemmed from. They were like, if you're working flexible hours, it kind of makes it easier.
Yeah, I think a leave of absence is extreme because the teenagers are also busy.
Right.
So you're just going to be sitting around twiddling your thumb, like waiting for them to come out.
Yeah. But I also think it was also about mental health too.
Yeah.
For them, to be there. Yeah. Because whatever is happening, there's so much. I am watching Defending Jacob on Apple. I totally forgot I read this book and it's so incredible.
Oh, okay.
I'm on episode 3.
Okay,
it's
on
so
Apple.
good.
Okay, I'll look that up. I don't even know anything about it. I just want to tell everybody going back to school that it's okay to be the amazing stay-at-home mom who was there and the PTA mom and bless you women and who for keeping the fabric of the community together. And it's also okay to be a working Venmo mom.
Yes.
Or a stay-at-home Venmo mom,
right?
If you're just not crafty or whatever.
Yeah.
So I love that. I
love that. That's really good.
Who do I need to Venmo? Tell me, because I want to support.
Yeah.
I want to support it.
Yeah.
I want to support those moms doing that great work.
Yeah.
Or remember that day? Remember when girls were in cheer, and my entire Friday and Saturday night was like smearing bagels
cream cheese
for hours. I was like, she's like, what'd you do this weekend? I'm like, I put cream cheese and butter on bagels for the concession stand at the football game.
Yeah.
All weekend.
Yeah.
And it was great. It's fine. I can do it every now and then. I can do it every now and then. or I could just Venmo you
Right.
the money to go just buy bagels. Anyway,
yeah.
And by the way, also support local business. Anyway, so I didn't know if you'd heard that.
I didn't. I think that's awesome.
As long as we're talking about back to school, let's maybe talk about our taste, because a lot of moms and parents are going to be needing this as well.
It is true. So we are drinking Raphael Wines to celebrate National Red Wine Day, which I love. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yes.
They recently won the title of Best Red Wine in New York State for its 2019 Cab Franc Reserve, and we're drinking 2021. So it's delicious. You can't go wrong. Raphael's delicious.
Well, yeah, and it's the winner. I mean, it's delicious because it won the best award. So what else?
It's so good.
It's really good. And you know what? It's chilled a little bit, which that's how we like. We learned that you chill the cab a little bit. Thank you, Michael.
Yep, he's so smart. You can learn more about their wine club or schedule a tour at raphaelwine.com, or you can also find them on our mobile app.
Yes, our wonderful mobile app, Discover Long Island. A couple of things that people should know. We have a new blog about golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is awesome because, September is 1 year to the date of the Ryder Cup taking place here on Long Island at the iconic Bethpage Black.
Amazing. And apparently it's National Golf Month.
Oh, yeah. National Golf Month. And so it's all perfectly timed together.
Yeah. And then we can it talks about places to golf like Bethpage, like you said. But we have Spy Ring Golf Course, which is new.
Yeah, that's new.
I think that's so cool.
It is. It's right. It's a great location, and it's a I can't remember his name, but it's like a professional. It's like a really famous golf architect that did it. It's a 9-hole course.
It's awesome.
So it doesn't consume your whole day.
And it's all about the Culper Spy
it's
Ring.
named after the Spy Ring, because that's the area that it's in, which is awesome.
And then there's Sunken Meadow State Park Golf Course, but you can read more all about it at our website.
Go to the blog on discoverlongisland.com and they're going to open up the lottery for the tickets for the Ryder Cup 1 year prior to. So in September.
So it's coming up.
So make sure you're following our social.
Yeah.
We actually have a Ryder Cup landing page on our website if you're interested in that. Because they're not, you don't get to buy tickets. It's a lottery.
Right. That's crazy.
Because it's global. The last one 2 years ago was held in Rome, and then it's here on Long Island. So
amazing.
It's a huge, huge deal. And I don't think enough people know how the incredible golf experiences that we have here. I'm excited to share that with everybody. Let them know we're not just a beach destination. We're also an incredible golf destination.
Because we're 365 all year round.
Correct, ma'am. Correct. And funny enough, it's also what is it? Beach month it's now it's National Beach Day on August 30th. Did you know that?
No. That's
your day.
Fun. That's also National Dog Day on August 26th.
Love the dogs.
Love the dogs.
And we have a bunch of, if you go to Long Island TV or our blogs, we have a lot of different information of where you can take your dog on Long Island, dog-friendly places, breweries, farms, whatever.
Speaking of TV, do you have a passion for television and the arts?
Of course.
Are you eager to champion the next wave of storytelling talent in the scripted television industry?
Yes.
Because we're excited to announce that we're partnering with North Fork TV Film Festival happening August 27th and running through August 28th.
I love that.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
So they're a new partner, and I'm so excited. So northfork.tv, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you can go to North Fork TV.
That's awesome. I'm like, where are you even seeing that? You're so good, because I don't even see that on here. But yeah, we've been, watching that event develop.
I know.
And grow year over year for, it's been over 5 years, I think.
Yeah.
And it's right there in Greenport on the North Fork. And it's like the who's who of the television industry. I mean, all the TV stars, celebs are there. And the cool thing is that they're doing this really great seminars and dinners. They have a fantastic, we're going to send our social media team to cover it.
We'll be covering it.
Watch Discover Long Island social, and you'll get a glimpse of it. But if you don't have time to go this year, you definitely, because it's August 26th and 27th, is that when it is?
Yes.
Definitely mark your calendars to come next year, because it's the perfect time of year.
27th and 28th.
Thank you, Michael. August 27th and 28th, right out there on the North Fork and in Greenport. And it's perfect time of year to be around the vineyards.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's still nice, but it's like towards the end of the season. It's a perfect time of year.
It's exciting.
Yeah. So the North Fork TV and Film Festival, that's amazing. Okay, cool. And it's also, it's Labor Day.
It's Labor Day.
I mean, we're talking back to school, so obviously it's Labor Day.
I know. It's crazy. I mean, there's so many things happening. Labor Day weekend. I feel like there's like watermelon festivals. It's crazy. Like still end of summer stuff, which is awesome. But yeah, Labor Day.
Labor Day is coming up.
Coming up Friday, August 30th. You can go to Barron's Cove, Discovering Steinbach Hotel package for Labor Day weekend. Escape with Vintage Glampers. Or Saturday, August 31st, celebrate Labor Day weekend in style with Cloud9 Exotics. And this is the Miss Fire Island pageant.
Oh, wow.
So
is
fun.
it finally happening?
Yes.
When is that?
Saturday, August 31st.
Oh, my God. At where? At Cherry Grove or?
I think so, yeah.
Cherry Michael Grove. Says Cherry Grove.
And then
that is iconic.
We've been trying so hard to like
Michael,
get Miss
did you
Fire
go?
Island.
Or you went to the Miss Fire Island pageant or just the
Yeah, so I went 2 years ago and I think I'm going to go again this year.
Because it's so
it's
fun.
so much fun.
It's so cool.
It's like a perfect like end of summer like event too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so fun. I love that. Because you've been to, there's also the Invasion, which happens 4th of July. That's the other Fire Island, like iconic event.
Yeah, absolutely.
That Michael also went to for us. And so that is so cool.
Yeah. And then Sunday, September 1st is Face New Heights on the zip line at Wild Play Jones Beach. And then Monday, closing out Labor Day weekend, Bark in the Park with Long Island Ducks.
So
you
much
get to bring
do.
your dog. I love that.
You to bring your duck?
Is that bring your dog?
Oh, Bark in the Park. Yeah. You can bring your dog. Speaking
That's
of
so
dog,
cool.
speaking of dog day, the dog days of summer.
So fun.
It's awesome. I'm excited for the fall. I think it's great. We've had a great summer on Long Island. I think it's been so, I mean, the weather coming back from Arizona, especially the weather's been so beautiful. I love it. So, make sure you're making the most of it. And by the way, if you don't cram it all in by summer, you're fine.
You're fine. There's still time.
You got the whole fall.
Yeah.
Tons
So
of
many
stuff
things to do.
We're going to bring you everything to do.
Absolutely.
During the fall season. So get pumpkin spice ready. We'll be flipping our porches.
Yes.
Okay. Before we leave, do you have any celebrity?
Jen and Ben are officially done.
Yeah, I know that's sad. Did you hear the big tea about that though?
No.
No prenup.
Oh.
How do you get married 45 times without a prenup?
Seriously.
And she filed on their anniversary.
Well, leave it to her. I'm just saying, like you said, get married 45 times without a prenup, but they weren't married long enough to even like have anything.
I'm sure they're both so.
What have they been doing? I mean, come on.
They don't need each other's money. I'm sure it'll be fine, and they'll just cut it. I'm hoping. But you got to be careful, people, because when you're all in love during that time, you never know.
Yeah.
Something happens, that person gets jaded.
But I wonder if they'll get back together again, and
I don't know.
Fourth time's a charm.
I think I was listening to Howard Stern, and he was like, when they first got back together, he was like, it can always happen, but there's usually a reason it didn't work out the first time, and you try again, and you're like, there's a reason.
Yeah.
It didn't work out the first time. But anyway, I feel bad for them. Yeah. I feel bad for J-Lo. I would just hate having everything. I mean, I know she puts everything on display, but I still think it's like, it's a bummer.
Yeah.
Okay. So one other thing I'll leave you with.
Wait, do we want to do this?
Oh, yeah. You want to do that? Okay. Then I'll just say one more thing and then we'll do that because it's fun. And we're going to do this on TikTok too. But did you hear, speaking of podcasts, have you heard of the Call Her Daddy podcast?
Yeah.
It's like the famous one. This girl, her name's Alex Cooper, just inked a 3-year, $100 million deal with SiriusXM. And she's 30 years old.
Yeah.
For her podcast.
There is so much tea behind that.
Where you at? Where you at with us?
There is so much tea behind that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I could tell you.
Okay. We'll circle back on that and then crazy. Determine if we'll bring you the rest. Remember that show? The rest of the story.
Yes.
I'm just like showing my age right now. This is why people call me a boomer.
Oh my God.
Okay. So you want to set the stage for this?
So yeah. So you saw this article about using AI.
Yeah.
To kind of give impressions of your social media.
Yeah. So we were talking about fun trend stuff, and I saw this thing that said a lot of people are having Chat GPT read their Instagram profile. Yeah, look at their profile, and you can tell it to like give you honest or mean or satirical feedback. And so Michael did it.
And that was so funny.
So you can read it if you want.
What's your impression of our Instagram feed? The first one was, your Instagram feed has a lively, engaging vibe that feeds, and this is for Long Island Tea podcasts.
Right.
Your Instagram feed has a lively, engaging vibe that feeds focused on promoting local events, experiences, and lifestyle content related to Long Island. It showcases a mix of vibrant imagery, including giveaways, travel updates, local cuisine, and podcasts or interviews, giving the impression that it's designed to keep followers informed and entertained with what's happening on Long Island.
Yeah, so I read that and I'm like, way to go, AI.
Yeah.
You nailed it. And then Michael's like, be mean. And this is what it said. You had to take.
If we're being brutally honest, your Instagram feed feels a bit like a chaotic mix of random ideas thrown together without a clear sense of identity. The visuals are all over the place with no consistent theme or color palette, making it hard to know what your brand actually stands for. The constant push for giveaways screams desperation for engagement rather than genuine community building. The podcast screenshots, while maybe interesting in content, look repetitive and uninspired. Also, almost like filler to meet a posting quota.
That's hilarious.
Overall, it feels more like a scattered tourist brochure than a well-curated feed.
I was like, whoa. AI. I mean, that sometimes the truth hurts.
That is funny.
I was like, that was hilarious. Isn't that amazing that it can assess and spit that out within seconds?
He screen recorded it, so we'll put it on TikTok.
We're gonna do this on TikTok so you can see it all on TikTok. And then he was so cute. He was like, "Do you hate us?" And it's like, "Not at all. My critique was meant to give you a blunt perspective, but it's just feedback to help improve. You're clearly putting effort into your content, and that's commendable. My goal is to help you refine your approach so that your feed can be even more impactful and engaging." And he's like, "You love Long Island, right?" "Of course." And he was like, "Long Island's so beautiful, blah, blah, blah." And then it says, "Will you spill the, okay, I got to flip the page. Will you spill the tea with us?" And he was like, "Of course. I'm all about spilling the tea, whether it's the latest trends, local gossip, or just some good old fashioned honest feedback. I'm here for it. What's the latest buzz or drama you've got in mind?" It's really so cute. So you got to watch and you can see the whole thing. But
it's so crazy.
That was a fun exercise that America is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought we would jump on it. And it was just as fun as you would think it was.
We were cracking up.
So you should do it. Try it. Go to ChatGPT and have them give you feedback on your Instagram profile and maybe learn something.
Yeah.
Right? And in the meantime, follow our social media. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review. Tune in every week. We're going to be bringing you more fun stuff for the fall. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for being with us.
See you next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island, thanks to our generous sponsor, Sands New York. Visit sandsnewyork.com for more information. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and X. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.